we are the home of non-woke films. We're not worried about offending you. That doesn't mean we're intentionally going out just to be rude, crude, and offensive. But I'm not. But if the story lends itself to, something that people will find offensive, I'm still going to do that.
In June of 2023, Brett Mauser and Not So Sane Entertainment decided to make a new Serial Rabbit movie for under $2,500. And they decided to document every step of the way so that you can learn from their creativity, ingenuity, and their mistakes. Throughout this series, you'll learn how to write, shoot, direct, and even distribute your no-budget film. Experience their triumphs and the disasters that happen along the way as these filmmakers attempt to make a movie for under $2,500. Can they do it? It's a long shot.
People keep saying, well, you need to have money, you need to have all this money to make a good Hollywood movie or a movie that's going to be at the level of Hollywood productions. But especially with starting with like Lady Lawman and the films on after that, you got to look at those and go, well, how much more money do you really need to look like a Marvel movie? Or look like the next Indiana Jones movie? Not a lot. It may just be, just a little bit better talent, in front of the camera here and there. But there, especially with the casting that we've had in the last several movies, earlier on, I just got, they could breathe. Even then, sometimes they weren't breathing and we were still putting them in movies.
I fake my orgasms anyway.
You're not that good of an actress.
If they just, they would just play the part, they were fine. But especially since Red Days on, we have really focused on getting the best characters in those leads. There's always maybe a stinker here or there. Again, since Red Days, we really focused on getting the best people in those roles, which is, I think, why the films like Lady Lawman, Tag Conspiracy, and Oldest Posse were so great. Everybody fit. Everybody was perfect. When you're just working with your buddies, that buddy just doesn't have anything to do on Saturday and wants to just, hey, I'm just going to come over and hang out. It's not quite the same caliber as somebody who this is their art. When you have no money and you need to find your cast, you have to take inventory of everything that you have access to. It's what I call resource filmmaking. Before you write the script, you look at what you got, and then you write the movie around that. And yes, what friends you have that can be a part of your movie. And you write characters for them. What we were able to do on Serial Rabbit was we've got a stable of actors who we work with a lot, and I was able to send out an email, tell them the project, invite them over, and sit down and say, hey, who wants to be a part of this? And what would you like to play? And it was giving them an opportunity to be able to say, I've never played this, I want to try this. And we were able to write characters for them, in many ways, by them.
What kind of character would you like to play?
I have no idea. I did a lot in theater, but I mean, there's none that I really wanted to play. Like, just anything that fits. Intimidating, tall, or goofy, those are the things that I tend to do. I tend to be the giant or the,
Any preferred manner of death?
Strangulation.
What?
Death, not killing.
Serge?
I haven't played a blind guy.
I immediately thought of that guy on Caveman.
Have you played like a Yoda, old wise, like that knows everything, like the omnipotent?
Dr. Fish was that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You don't get it.
I don't get what?
You can't quit. Not now. You're so close. There's too much at stake. You need to do what must be done.
At what cost?
At all costs.
We're still going to do Nueve and Ocho, but one of them can be blind, right?
Okay. Cool.
Boy, the crazies are on force tonight. Jeez.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Who are you?
The name is Quattro.
Guy with a German accent, so German of some kind. But I want to say evil, but I could also...
Well, it kind of comes with the German.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I could do it like super seriously, or I could do it like Metro Euro, like, what's up, guys? How's it going? Something like that.
Raging homosexual.
No. Oh crap! No.
That sounds like
I said Metro, not.
German, you're Nazi or you're homosexual. It's,
But you know, I could do either or.
Nothing or no one. Wir standen auf Weg.
so German is just kind of overall. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe fall into one of those two categories, unless you can, work it however you want to work it, obviously.
You bad boy. Actually, no, you're a good boy.
Yeah, good at being bad.
Oh, okay, it'll be my pleasure. I adore Donna. If you want to possibly bring back a version of her, even more quirky, what about a rabbit vibrator or something? Or a chair rabbit vibrator. I don't know. So somehow combine them.
Welcome to the Donacom Advanced Holographic Search Engine. My name is Allison. What are you looking for?
Would you be up for doing the dual role? Since they're different time periods, you could be Allison, the phone again from Tag Conspiracy, and then she, since she's kind of part of the AI, she would write herself into the movie, so they could be.
I could also do something if you want to, just throwing it out there, not to tell y'all what to do. I could use my Espanol skills a little bit, my interpretation, if you want me to translate anything for you into Spanish, and I can do a Mexican accent.
Okay, we got to do the worst translator in the world then, because completely fucks up the translation completely and causes the whole thing to go haywire.
I would love to see you play like a super elevated, elite, mob boss, drug lord, queen of the South.
Oh yes, okay.
That'd be amazing.
And I could speak in Spanish, not to you. That's a great idea, and I could do it.
But it's like you think you're so
No, because we got the two blondes. We could do they'll play one character, but in between shots, we keep swapping out the actors.
That's hilarious.
That'd be like the floating eye patch on Amanda.
A rabbit? Americans are so bizarre.
I don't know. I don't care.
Somebody wanted to do the trans.
Have you ever played like the sweet 80s dad?
A priest.
Oh, a priest. Have you ever played a priest?
No, I have not. Yeah, that would be all right, I guess.
Yeah. A religious type?
Manner of death would be
going to hell.
No. Death by banana pudding.
Ooh, poison. That's so sad because banana pudding
Speaking
is
of,
good.
It's on my mind.
Is there banana pudding?
I was gonna ask him. I want to see me eating banana
I'm
pudding.
sorry. There's banana pudding. Let's bring that out.
The power of food on a movie set is incredible.
What my favorite part of working on one of Brett's films is?
You want to keep actors happy, feed them. We always have a little craft services table that has chips and Belvita crackers, and I go to Sam's before every shoot and see what I can get for very little money. I have a slow cooker at home, so I will make a big batch of chili mac.
Chili mac is the favorite food. That's the stuff, man. You bring a Tupperware for that day.
I can make a good meal that's going to feed 3 to 5 to maybe sometimes even 10 people for $10-15. Cook it, stick it in Tupperware, bring my little buffet trays to set, warm it up, and you have a great, terrific dinner or lunch for them. And actors love food. A lot of actors will work just for food.
With characters created, Brett opened the floor to find out what people wanted to see in the next Serial Rabbit movie.
My dream, and this is why if I can fit it into this project, I will, but I've always wanted that slow motion, that cool Ocean's 11 of the heist team or whatever, walking through the casino in slow motion. But if I could do that with a crew and the rabbit, I will be in heaven. Because I want to do the slow motion walk with the crew and the rabbit walking through the casino in Vegas.
Maybe doesn't that sound fun?
The Las Vegas sign, but the infamous Las Vegas sign in front of the chapel, too, where everyone gets married there. The rabbit under the chapel. The rabbit under the Las Vegas. Las Vegas sign. Just try to.
Something that makes fun of the way Hollywood does their movies, like for instance, when we talked about this one about when somebody's gun is empty after a shootout, they throw the gun at the person that's chasing them. You know, like you can see that person was chasing, had lost his gun, and then picks up his gun, but he's still got bullets, so he puts a clip in that empty gun. Uses it against them.
Boobs.
Hi.
Because there are things that I want to do, because, especially reading the book Save the Cat, well, there's always the save the cat moment. I want to have the rabbit save the cat and then kill the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he picks the cat up, the cat pees on it.
With the fascination currently of murder and podcasts, do you think there could be a groupie podcast or groupie obsession with serial rabbits?
Well, I know that when I talked about this a little while ago, because I was looking at talking about Berger and Stormy and Xavier, and Xavier had the idea, and that he was going to be an influencer.
There you go.
And his whole thing, so even like while the rabbit is killing him and stabbing him, he's like, "This hurts really bad."
Perfect.
Because he already killed people with carrots and stuff? I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah. Went up someone's ass. The original concept in like the first movie, the serial rabbit was gonna get cut, and the little the pink Easter bunny grass, the Easter basket grass was gonna come out, and that was his guts.
Nice.
And then he shits Peeps.
I'd like to see a bunch of midgets beating up the rabbit.
A bunch of what?
A bunch of midgets beating up the rabbit.
I can't get that many midgets. Brad's original idea. Do you remember Brad's original idea that he wanted? You remember the midget posse?
Yeah.
He wanted the rabbit, and then to have his posse of 12 midgets all dressed as little cereal rabbits.
First of all, little people, and I can get them for you.
Yeah, you want me to shoot that?
I do, but they're little people. But I know you're not. I'm
be
so
tossed.
woke,
There's
but
gonna be tossed, midget tossing.
I can get you.
We did that twice in movies before, so.
I can get you some little people, but
All right, so
I can't believe I played. Yes.
Nikki is our midget wrangler.
Little people.
My phone
I'm
doesn't
still woke.
understand Little Williams. The lollipop kills. Midget.
Little people. I am still woke. Okay.
The movie itself is not serious. But if you're going to make a movie, whether you've got $5 or $5 million, you have to take it seriously. Probably even more seriously on a $5 movie, because you have to be devoted and you have to figure everything out. Whereas in a $5 million movie, you've got people who can deal with that. Oh, the DP will worry about that. I'm just going to worry about this. So you're not taking it as seriously necessarily. Plus, if you're doing it independently, it's your money. You're a little bit more invested in it. So if I'm working with other people's money, it's so frustrating and nerve-wracking. So I'm going to be taking it seriously either way, but they're two different types of seriousness. And I think one impacts the creativity, because if it's my money, I can take my risks. If it's somebody else's money, I'm risking their money. So it's a little, I'm not going to take risks as much as I would as if it was my own money.
I think being an actor, actress, whatever you do, being that it's your passion, I think if it's small, big, everything I think it should be serious. And go in with it with everything you have and give it 110%.
We should have serious fun, is what we should do. We'd be focused. We're like, hey, we're making a comedy, but I still want it to be a good movie. Not just pie in the face totally. Just make it entertaining. Basically, we're trying to make entertainment here.
We have to let people know that, we're taking filmmaking seriously, but not necessarily this world seriously.
Right.
So we're serious about making a non-serious film.
Yeah.
And you can apply what you see us do to whatever serious.
Right, and I think it fits really well in with the duality of throughout the entire project, showing the shoestring way versus the right way. And you can do that, and kind of being able to say, with this movie, is sort of the epitome of that, is going, well, this whole movie is not something Hollywood would make, but it's getting made because we're doing it our way as opposed to Hollywood way. Probably the toughest part of this series was figuring out how we were going to shoot the behind the scenes stuff, because Joey is such an integral part of production. He's busted his ass. He's done a great job as my right-hand man, and I couldn't have made my recent films. I couldn't have made my recent films.
I can't focus. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I decided to go to film school. That's where I met Brett Mauser, who was one of the cooler instructors. That there seemed like there's only 2 or 3 instructors at this school, and it seemed like I always got this other guy all the time. And I was like, I don't want to go to this guy's film school. I want to learn from other people. And Brett was, he was standing in for what do you call it, like a sub for the other guy one day. And I was like, dude, why don't I have this guy? Because he was just more entertaining, and like he's doing it. And he was teaching us at the same time. You know, like I was like, he's got, the other guy, I never saw any example of his work at all. 0. I even asked, because I was like, show us what you do, because if I'm learning from you, I want to see what you've done. He showed nothing. He was a lot of talk. He did know a lot of he knew a lot of stuff, but he just didn't like the practice what you preach. And Brett did. And I was like, oh, this guy's cool. And then just worked with him. Then graduated, and then say, hey, you want to come out and work on a film with us? And I was like, sure. And been here for at least 4 to 5 years now, working on films.
I couldn't have done what we've done on the last films because of him.
I got it.
You're the right-hand man.
So to show the behind the scenes and not have him in it is sort of doing him, because then people wouldn't get to see how hard he works and see how he busts his ass and see what he does. But it also shows how you can have one person who's the leader, the director, the guy who's in charge of the ship, and that one guy that's going to be almost literally that extra hand, and how you can do it with just those 2 people.
2-man crew, baby.
Joey?
Yep.
Slaying behind you.
I feel like I'm still a student. I'm just learning how to do stuff all the time. And, learning how to do more and more. But I feel like you're always going to be a student of this craft. Like, you're not going to be ever on top. Because there's always something to learn. There's always new cameras, more lights, better things out there.
To take him away from all those other duties and have him just shooting all the behind the scenes footage wasn't going to work. So we had to find somebody to shoot behind the scenes. And that's where we found Christian, who was able to show up on most of the days and just be there with a video camera and just shoot everything. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
I think this is a sign of willpower.
We were able to utilize a lot of that footage in the series and show what really does happen and what really goes on behind the set. Not like a lot of other behind the scenes series and episodes where they're going to cut out and put everybody in their best light. We're not doing that here. We're showing you what it's really like and what you're going to have to do. Now we are going to try to shoot this in 4 to 5 days. But I'm expecting maybe a 6 or 7 day, maybe 6 or maybe 7 days if we need to. Basically because of insurance costs, and to keep the costs down. And we don't want to be doing this forever. I feel for this project that I am stepping backward a lot, and that was a big debate that I had within my own head. Was, do I want to step back? We've done so well these past few years. From Lady Lawman, I'd say Red Days was really a big start for us. It really changed the way we made films, and they've gotten so much better. So I felt making a Serial Rabbit movie on less than $1,000 or $2,000 if you throw insurance in, then we're taking a step back. So I really debated that. Did I want to do this? But then I started realizing why I wanted to do this was to teach people and inspire people to go out and make a movie. That's what I want, that's why I wrote a book. That's why I have What Went Wrong. I want to tell people and show people that they can go out and make their own movie. I'm trying to inspire and educate, and then like you, I know you've talked about wanting to attend my class at college. I'm bringing a lot of the questions that students have, or the direction that I go in classes, so that people can watch this series and really be able to go and make a movie on their own. This is going to be very educational, and it is going to be very interesting. I think not just to filmmakers, but audiences in general to go, wow, that's what happens behind the scenes.
Now with the cast set in place, a few ideas to get the ball rolling, and a camera following them every step of the way, Not So Sane Entertainment embarked on a mission to make Serial Rabbit 7 for just $2,500. Can they do it? Find out this season on Long Shot.
And if you see me between the hours of 9 to 5, alien life.